Morning, I'm making filled baked donuts. Start off with a can of evaporated milk and I warmed it up. And to that I added 1 package of yeast and let it sit for about 10 minutes. Now I'm going to add my other ingredients and 2/3 a cup white sugar, 3 large eggs, 2 tablespoons of melted butter. So I'm going to mix that up. I've already measured out my flour. I needed 6 cups of flour and a teaspoon of salt and half a teaspoon of cinnamon. So now once this is mixed, I'm going to add the flour and the cinnamon and salt. And I'm using my mixer with the dough hook, and I'm going to beat it for about 5 minutes. Here is the mixed dough. I put it into a greased bowl. I'm going to cover it, put it in a warm place, and leave it to rise for about an hour till it doubles in size. So here's my dough. It's been rising for about an hour. So take it out. I've floured the counter, lightly floured. And in the Robin Hood book, it says to use a 2-inch cookie cutter. Yeah, I don't have a 2-inch cookie cutter. So I'm just going to use this small little container to cut out my dough rounds. So I want the dough to be, I'll roll it out to about 1/2 inch. Is that a 1/2 inch? So I will show you here on a tape measure. It's a little bit less than 1/2 inch, but I'm sure it'll be fine. So now what we're going to do, I've used parchment paper and lined 2 cookie sheets. Then we're going to cut these little round donut shaped things, like they're about 2 inches. And I'm going to put them on the cookie sheet, cover them. I have tea towels that I specifically, these 2 tea towels, I specifically keep for baking. I don't use them as tea towels. I wash them in hot water when I'm done. I don't dry them with dryer sheets or fabric softener or anything like that. I just dry them and keep them in my drawer and use them specifically for baking. So I will cover my sheets and put them in a warm spot to dry, to rise. And I'll let them rise for about 1/2 hour. So here is my first pan of little baked donuts that's going to go into the oven, 375. Preheated 10 to 12 minutes. Here's the first batch of baked donuts. So I'm going to let them cool for a couple of minutes. While they are cooling, I've got a pie pan, 1.5 cups of sugar, white sugar, teaspoon of cinnamon. So I'm going to mix that up because what I'm going to do is roll the donuts in the sugar cinnamon mix. And I've also melted a half a cup of butter to brush the donuts before I roll them in the sugar. So here's the donuts. I'm gonna brush them with melted butter. And then once that is done, I'll just do some. I got the cinnamon sugar, so I'm just gonna cover them with that. Now once that's done, the last step is I have a pastry bag here. These are disposable bags with metal tip. So what I'm going to do is just poke it into the side of the donut, squeeze some jam into the donut, and then there's your filled donut. So that's it. Hopefully it turns out good.